everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of PBM's Home Media Reviews, a series to review and talk about movies. In this video, we're going to be talking about my favorite video game franchise of all time, and I'm of course talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Cause today we're going to be talking about the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie from Paramount Pictures. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, for some of you who don't know what Sonic the Hedgehog is, let me give you a little history about it. So, Sonic the Hedgehog is a Japanese video game series and media franchise created by Yuji Naka, Naoto Ushima, and Hirokazu Yasuhara for Sega. The franchise follows Sonic, a blue hedgehog who battles the evil and mad scientist Dr. Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman. The main Sonic the Hedgehog games are platformers mostly developed by Sonic Team. Other games developed by various studios include spin-offs in the racing, fighting, party, and sports genres. So Sonic made his debut on the 1991 Sega Genesis video game called Sonic the Hedgehog, and ever since then, Sonic the Hedgehog has been a huge hit for both kids and adults. And due to the franchise being so successful, a lot of merchandise was sold, such as action figures, comic books, and especially plushies, and so on and so forth. And now let's talk about Sonic on TV. So far we've got 6 different Sonic the Hedgehog TV shows, and a 1996 animated film, and 2 live-action Sonic the Hedgehog Paramount movies, which we will talk about the first Sonic Paramount movie right now. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog was originally going to be released on November 8th of 2019, but it was delayed due to, a very terrible CGI crappy design of Sonic the Hedgehog, as you can see, right here. So Paramount and Sega had to, basically redesign Sonic and everything. So, yeah. I am glad they were able to fix that. Anyways, moving on, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie premiered at the Paramount Pictures studio lot on January 25th of 2000, before its theatrical release in the United States on February 14th. And this movie was made by Paramount Pictures and Sega. And this movie received generally positive reviews from critics and audience. And this movie set the record for the biggest opening weekend for a video game film in the United States and Canada, and grossed $319.7 million worldwide, becoming the 6th highest grossing film of 2020. And was the highest grossing video game film adaptation of all time in North America until it was surpassed by its sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Then on May 19th of 2020, this film was finally released onto 2020, and you can either get it on DVD or Blu-ray, or even 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. And of course, we can never forget the 2 different Best Buy exclusive releases, and of course there is a Target Edition release which comes with 4 mini posters and stuff like that. And this movie could also be found in these multi-packs as well. And now we got the history part done, we will now jump into my copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. Alrighty, we will now jump into my copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, I have the 4K Steelbook Edition, the one that's a Best Buy exclusive release. So, I didn't originally get this from a Best Buy. Well, here's the thing. I was at a movie train company and they were doing a buy one get one free deal, which, yeah, I did that, last month. Yeah, last month, on October or something like that. So, anyways, so yeah, I got Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and I got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So, yeah, so I'll review, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the next episode. But for now, we're just going to review the first one. So, like I said, I got the Best Buy exclusive release. Now, it does have, of course, some wear and tear, but still looks nice nonetheless. Here we have, on the front side, here we have Sonic himself. And I gotta say, yeah, I really love how they went with, I'm glad that they redesigned Sonic, because, yeah, it looks way better than that ugly, nightmare-looking Sonic that looks like a rat and a human put together, if you know what I mean. Anyways, the spine, here we have Paramount Pictures logo up top. Scrolling down here, it's a 2-disc set, comes with 4K Ultra HD and regular Blu-ray. The back, here we have Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Here we have Paramount and Sega logos. And here we have the disc. This is the 4K of the film. And here we have the Blu-ray of the film. And it does have inside artwork, which I will show you that once I show you the other goodies and stuff like that. So here we have advertisement for other Sonic games that you can get, physical or digital. I do enjoy Team Sonic Racing and Sonic Mania. And Sonic Forces, I don't really care too much for that. And here we have Sonic on mobile, here we have Sonic Dash, I love that one. And of course I do love Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Definitely better than the Sonic Forces video game. And here we have an advertisement like talking about, it's like you can buy some cool merchandise on Sega.com. And then here we have advertisement for other films from Paramount Pictures. And then here we have a digital movie code. Yeah, this one's already expired, so yeah. But I'm not too upset about it. And here's what the inside artwork looks like. It looks really cool. Here we have Sonic running through. Yeah, really, really awesome. I love how the steelbook's like, I love how they do inside artwork. I mean, just in general, like when it comes to like home media products, I love how they do inside artwork. It's just, it's really phenomenal. And let me put the discs back in the case. There we go. Now, I'm going to do a menu tour for both the Blu-ray and the 4K. Now, I don't normally do menu tours for the 4K copy because it's literally the exact same thing, just like with the Blu-ray copy, but there is one difference I do want to show, like on the 4K copy. But first, we're going to do the menu tour for the Blu-ray copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, here we have the menu tour for the Sonic the Hedgehog Blu-ray copy of the movie. Anyways, here we have play, settings, scenes, and extras. Let's go to scene selection like we always do. So here we have 16 scenes to choose from. For our settings, here we have English, Spanish, French Canadian, Italian, Portuguese. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that one is. And of course, subtitles. Here we have English. Thanks. I'm sorry, I don't know this one. I apologize for that one. And here we have Spanish, French Canadian, Italian. I think that's Italian. Yeah. Netherlands. Norks. I don't know. I am dreadfully sorry. And here we have Portuguese from Brazil. And then last but not least, for our extra features, here we have a commentary by director, which is Jeff Fowler, and the voice of Sonic, which is Ben Schwartz. And then here we have Around the World in 80 Seconds, deleted scenes, bloopers, Speed Me Up music video, For the Love of Sonic, Building Robotnik with Jim Carrey, The Blur Origins of Sonic, and Sonic on Set. And that's it for the menu tour for the Blu-ray copy. We will now jump into the menu tour for the 4K copy. Alright, here's the menu tour for the 4K copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. So of course, there's no special features, but of course you have 16 scenes to choose from. For our, let's see, settings. So you get a lot more language options, it looks like. At least, I think you get more language options in the 4K copy than you do with the, or, I'm not entirely sure, but, anyways, so of course you have English, I think, is that supposed to be Dutch? I'm not entirely sure. Spanish, French, Italian, and Japanese dub, which I am very happy because, I'll be honest, like, I've been learning some Japanese and I want to learn more and stuff like that, you know? Anyways, so that's pretty cool how this copy of Sonic the Hedgehog on 4K has Japanese dub. And of course you have, like, Thai, and then, sorry, I don't know what language this one is. Then you have, like, a commentary one. Then, of course, you get a lot of, like, subtitles. You could, like, English subtitles, Spanish, French, Japanese, Korean. There's like so many right over here. So yeah, that's the difference between the standard Blu-ray and the 4K copy. It's because like, well, for the 4K copy, if you want to watch it in Japanese, best to get the 4K copy. Or of course, like if you just don't care, then just get the Blu-ray copy. Or of course, for quality wise, like if you want to have like best quality, of course, best to get the 4K copy. That is, well, if you have like a 4K TV and a 4K player, then you can get the movie on 4K. Anyways, now we got the 4K Blu-ray menu tour done. So now we're going to move over to this part to talk about my review and thoughts on today's movie. So let's have a talk about the story plot first. So what is this story basically about? So in the beginning we see Sonic as a little baby hedgehog. He was raised by a owl named Longclaw. And then one fateful day, some echidnas were attacking like Sonic and Longclaw's home, and so they of course tried to escape, but Sonic managed to escape to another world. And as for Longclaw, well, Longclaw was killed by the echidnas, and yeah, and so Sonic, he's now living on Earth, and he was living his best life. Like, he's got his like comic books, he's got his like table tennis and stuff going on. Yeah. But Sonic, he feels lonely. Like, he doesn't have any friends, he doesn't have like any roommates or stuff like that, you know. Like, he feels very lonely. And then one night at the baseball field, feels like so lonely, like he got upset, and he accidentally caused like a power outage and all that sort of stuff. And so a scientist named Dr. Robotnik, he tries to track down like what caused all the trouble and stuff like that. And so he sent his robots out to find him. And then Sonic, he of course escapes from his cave and goes inside a house that Tom Wachowski, aka Donut Lord, lives. So as Tom entered to the garage section, Sonic gets caught by Tom, and Tom accidentally shot Sonic and basically like knocked him out on accident, you know. And then Sonic's like rings, like for emergency use, like, you know, the rings that he teleports through different worlds and stuff like that. Sonic accidentally drops the rings over in San Francisco and everything. And so right now it's up to Sonic and Tom to like team up to go to San Francisco, get the rings, and so that way Sonic can like escape into like the mushroom world, which of course Sonic does not like mushrooms. Anyways, besides that, Dr. Robotnik, like, he was of course like investigating, and he was figuring out like what this blue hedgehog is and what he can do and stuff like that. And so Dr. Eggman is plotting to like get rid of Sonic like once and for all, just like how he doesn't like the video games and stuff like that. And so at the end, Sonic and Dr. Robotnik had a bit of like race and chase going on, and of course had the battle over at like Green Hill Town, I think. Yeah, over in Green Hill or something like that. Yeah. And Sonic has defeated Dr. Robotnik, just like how he does in the video games and stuff like that. And after that, Sonic decides to stay home with Tom Wachowski and his wife, Pretzel Lady. That's what Sonic calls Tom Donut Lord, and Sonic calls Tom's wife Pretzel Lady. Sorry, I can't remember the Tom's wife's name. But anyways, but yeah. So what do I think about the story plot? It's a pretty good start to the whole Sonic Paramount movie series and stuff like that. It's a good start, not bad. So overall, yeah, I thought the story plot was pretty good in my honest opinion. Now let's talk about the characters. So of course we got Sonic the Hedgehog, and of course we got Dr. Robotnik played by Jim Carrey, and we've got of course like new characters, new to like the entire Sonic franchise. Like we got Tom Wachowski, played by James Marsden, and then we've got Agent Stone, which is Dr. Robotnik's henchman, and of course we got Pretzel Lady, and of course yeah, we've got like some like different characters, most characters that we've got are characters that are not from the games, that are just like brand new characters, like basically new to the Sonic franchise, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so overall the characters are pretty good in the movie, and I especially love Sonic's personality in the whole Sonic Paramount movies and stuff like that. So yeah, overall pretty great characters nonetheless. And I especially love Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. He's perfect, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, especially at the end. And at the like the post-credit scene, we saw Tails. So of course, I'm pretty sure we were all like, "Ooh, can't wait for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 to come out." Yeah, back then, like when this movie was like originally released and stuff like that. Like if y'all remember, of course, the post-credit scene, we saw Tails and everything. So yeah, and now let's talk about the soundtrack. So overall, the soundtrack is pretty good, and of course, if I'm not mistaken, we heard like one or two like music scores that we've heard from like the games, stuff like that. Like I think one of the opening ones was from like Sonic Mania, if I'm not mistaken. And I know there was like the Green Hill theme that was played somewhere, maybe like somewhere like at the end of the film. I don't know, it's been a while, but yeah, so overall, pretty great soundtrack. And on to my final thoughts. So overall, do I recommend Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, if you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan like I am, the answer to that is yes. Now, I wouldn't say it's as good as the second, but I still enjoy this film. I think this film, of course, has a pretty good start to the whole Sonic Paramount series and stuff like that, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah. So overall, if you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan like I am, then I would suggest, like, of course, watching this film before you watch the second one. So that way you'll know, like, who the heck is Tom Wachowski, who the heck is Agent Stone, you know, all that sort of stuff. And you'll see how Sonic the Hedgehog came to, of course, planet Earth and stuff like that in the movie. Like, in the Sonic Paramount movies and stuff like that, you know. So overall, I recommend you pick up Sonic the Hedgehog. So anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. Excuse me. And I will see you all next time. Bye.